Hey y'all! So for this video, I wanted to talk about my time spent at UTSA, why I went to UTSA, and why I am leaving UTSA. So fall of 2016, I ended up visiting UTSA a lot, and I fell in love with UTSA in a way. And going back home to Dallas, I was constantly praying to God, like, where am I supposed to go to school? Like, I'm really confused as to what I want to do with life. And at the time, I really wanted to be a physical therapist, and I really wanted to pursue a degree in that and to see like what doors the Lord could open for me. And I ended up being stuck between two schools, like UTSA or Sam Houston State, and looking into the degrees. I just really wanted to go to UTSA more. So I actually stopped praying about it for a while, and I just set my heart on it, and I set everything for UTSA. So I ended up going to UTSA in the fall of 2017. So going to UTSA, living in San Antonio was a new chapter in my life, and I was very scared, very nervous. I didn't know what to expect. Thankfully, I had roommates who I knew before moving in. And one of the things that I for sure wanted to do at UTSA was to go Greek. For a while now, the Lord has put it in my heart to go Greek and to share the gospel with girls in a place where the stigma for Greek life isn't the best stigma. So I wanted to go into it and glorify the Lord, and that was really hard. But it was very rewarding. I have a few sisters who I still keep in contact with to this day, and it was great to do Bible studies with them, to get to know them on a deeper personal level. I ended up getting a little, and for those who don't know what a little is, it's like a little sister that you get. You buy her gifts, you introduce her to the sorority, you teach her the things that you know and stuff like that, so that was really fun. So in the fall, I rushed, and I am a part of Alpha Omicron Pi, which is a great sorority. I really love it. That was the first thing that I did, well, the first organization I joined, going to San Antonio. And through the fall semester, the Lord was like revealing to my heart that I'm not supposed to be a physical therapist. I'm not even supposed to be in this field. And fall semester got really tricky for me. I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with my life? Like, all I know is I want to glorify you in the career field, if that's where you're calling me, if the mission field. Like, I was a mess. And the Lord, like through constant prayer, kept reminding me and kept telling me that kids, like that's all I heard was kids. And I was like, okay. So I started researching and figuring out what career fields I can do with children, and that was a fun time. And then, so for the spring of 2016, I ended up switching my major to education and praying over that. And I was like, I don't want to be a teacher. I can't see myself teaching kids. I love kids with all my heart. I respect teachers. I just don't see me doing that. I don't see me in that field. So spring semester was a mixture of like figuring out what to do and ways to glorify the Lord, as well as taking classes that I was confused in, because I was taking junior classes for classes I didn't take before. And the sorority life, it got hard for a little bit, but you know, God's grace. And spring semester was even better just because I was able to really dive into more personal Bible studies with some sisters. My little is actually a believer, so the Lord answered that prayer for me in the sense that the spring semester, I knew I was going to leave UTSA. I just didn't know where I was going to go at the time. My prayer was, I pray that she is either a believer or that she is open to doing Bible studies, and the Lord answered that so sweetly and brought my little into my life. So her and I got really close, and my prayer after that was like, okay, God, now that I know that I'm leaving, I pray that she continue being the light. And I'm excited to see how that goes out for her, for my sorority sisters, and for AOPI in general, and for all of Greek life. And then the Lord revealed to me that I wanted to do like children's advocacy or be a social worker. So I was really praying because I really wanted to stay at UTSA. It's grown so much in my heart. But they have a master's degree, not a bachelor's. So I was figuring out where I wanted to go, and I kept praying over that. And one of the things that the Lord revealed to me was that since the beginning, like before fall started, I wasn't obedient when it came to praying over my life. It was something that I wanted to have control over. I wanted to go to school where I wanted to go to school, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And through that, the Lord was all like, this is what happens when you don't abide. You end up going to a school where I never called you to go in the first place. But through that, God always has a plan, even when we don't listen to it. His plan has a plan. So I am actually transferring to Sam Houston State, where I actually was supposed to go in the first place, but decided not to listen to God. So I applied to Sam Houston State for their criminal justice because they have the best one in Texas. So I applied, I got accepted, and then my next thing was to tell my sorority sisters that I was leaving, and that wasn't easy, but it was a good time to like let them know what I was doing and why I was doing it. And it hurts and it sucks that I have to leave them, but this life isn't about me and what I want to do. It's about God and like glorifying God and doing, you know, His will and like following His way. So that was a good time to like introduce to them like the Jesus that I know and the Jesus that asks us and tells us to abide in Him so that He can give us what He wants to give us. So my time in San Antonio was a crazy time in San Antonio. I got to know a lot of people, and I got to have people like Francesca pour into me with the gospel, and I got to see God work in my sorority sisters' lives and seeing some of them really interested in the gospel and like seeing their brokenness and like helping them realize that God restores that brokenness, and He restored it when He died on the cross and came back to life. And that was really great. So even though I'm leaving, it's really sad, but I'm excited for this new chapter at Sam Houston State. I'm excited to see the Lord continue to do His work at UTSA, even though I'm going to be at Sam Houston. I'm excited to see the girls continue to grow in their faith and figure out. I just realized how much of a hot mess I look. So I went to CrossFit this morning, so excuse my mess. So that was my time at UTSA and what it looked like in a really, really fast video of my fall semester, my spring semester, how sovereign the Lord was over both semesters. And I think, and that is what is so beautiful about God, is that even when we aren't obedient, He doesn't punish us and He doesn't make us suffer the consequences. He reveals to us very sweetly what He wants for us. And even though it took me a whole academic school year to learn it, He was patient with me, and He revealed it to me through prayer, through people, like through BSM, through friendships, and like just through getting in the Word. So everyone at UTSA that I became friends with, I miss you. I'm gonna miss you. I'll come back for tailgates and for sorority events and stuff. So thank you for watching my vlog. Like, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just go ahead and leave them down there, I think.